So for this recipe, we are just going to need a pound or about 2 cups. I'm using pinto beans. These have been drained and cleaned. Just want to make sure there's no rocks in them or any kind of sticks or anything. Pulled out any ugly bad ones. So those are ready. I've got a ham bone here from our ham from Christmas, and I always save them just for this. And you can see it still has quite a bit of meat on it, but this is what I'm going to use for the beans. And then I've got 8 cups of water here in a big pot. Let's get started. Alright, so, sorry, it was my son's birthday yesterday. I did not soak these overnight. This is just kind of a last minute thought that I wanted to make tonight because I didn't have, I guess traditionally it's black-eyed peas for New Year's, but my son is not a huge super bean fan, and it was his birthday, so I didn't want to make beans for his birthday. So I'm doing it tonight. And my mother-in-law prefers pinto beans, so that's what I'm using. I did not soak them overnight, like I said. See that little piece of something? I guess I didn't get it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to a boil and add the beans and bring it back to a boil and boil it for 2 minutes. And as I've got to do a timer because I'm terrible at forgetting, for 2 minutes. And then as soon as the 2 minutes is up, I'm going to take it off and put it on the back burner, and then I'm going to let it sit for an hour. So, let me go ahead and bring this up to a boil. And like I said, add the beans, 2 minutes, put on the back with a lid for an hour. We'll be back. So here are the beans. You can see they've all plumped up real nice. They've been sitting for an hour after I turned them off. And I'm going to drain these and rinse out my pot and dry it and get it preheating because I want to sear off my ham bone. The beans are drained and soaking. You can see how much room, how much they've plumped. There's not a whole lot of room left in the strainer, so those are good. I got a little bit of oil heating up in my clean skillet. I went ahead and, like I said, washed it out and dried it. Here's my ham bone. You can see that it's a pretty good sized bone, and it's still got quite a bit of meat on it. And if you want to use ham hocks, that's fine. Go ahead and use it. I just didn't because I usually have ham bones in the freezer anyway. So this is what I use. But I'm going to get this hot and I'm going to sear it and then pull it out, and I'm going to saute some vegetables. Now, if you don't want vegetables in it, by all means, don't add it. I just want to add a little something in it just to kind of give it a little more substance to it because this is going to be dinner. So, I've got 1 really big carrot, 2 small stalks of celery, half an onion, and a good-sized clove of garlic. And I have diced these as small as I could possibly get them by hand. And then, oh, there's Belle. I've got 6 cups of water here. You're going to need 6 to 8. So because I've got the ham and the vegetables that put off water, and I'm going to start with 6 and add water if I need some in the future. And because I didn't salt my beans when cooking them, I'm going to pull my salt for the vegetables. So this looks hot. And I am going to add the ham bone. And I'm just going to sear all 4 sides and then pull it out. Actually, I'm going to flip the board over. Pull it out and then add my vegetables. There she is, fresh from a nap. Say hi. And there's my birthday boy.
Hi.
How old are you?
4.
4. Ham bone is seared, and I just pulled it to the side. All the vegetables, I just added it here. I'm going to add little pinches of salt just to kind of help draw some of the moisture out and to help season it a little. You can see there's bits of ham in the pan. Those will all come up. So I'm just going to saute these until they're soft. Because like I said, I don't want them to be crunchy in this. This is just to add a little bit of extra flavor to the pan, to the bowl, to the soup. Well, not soup, to the beans. Yes, to the beans. Ooh, that thunder. We got a tornado warning going on here now, so, and it's rainy, and it's dark outside. This will be perfect. So yes, I'm just going to saute these until they're soft. And then when they are, I'm going to add the beans and the water and the ham on top. Bring it up to a boil, a low boil. I don't want it to be a rolling high boil. And I'm going to cook it for probably 2 or so hours. So let me get to where I'm ready to assemble, and we'll be back. Those are all ready to go. I'm going to add the beans, add the ham, and then pour the water on top. I say, excuse Belle, she's ready to eat. Alright, here's the 6 cups, and I'm just going to move this around so that it all fits nice and even. And I'm going to cook this, like I said, with the lid on at a low boil for about 2 hours or so. So I will see y'all in just a little while. Well, I kind of lost track of time, and it has been almost 3 hours since this has started cooking. It's been almost 3.5, and these have been just simmering away on low. You can see it got nice and thick, and the bone, there's my bone, all the meat is just falling off, falling apart everywhere into the soup, which is good. You'll have big chunks of meat. So just kind of start shredding that a little bit and stirring it in. And I'm going to take the bone out, and whatever meat is on it, I will shred and add back to the pot. But you can see all the bits of ham in there. Oh, this is going to be delicious. And what I do now, since it's cooked, go ahead and season with salt and pepper. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder, and I may even add a little bit of adobo. It's like a Spanish seasoning. It's got all different kinds of stuff in it, just depending on how it tastes. So salt and pepper, garlic powder and onion powder, and don't go overboard with it. You just want to flavor it, not necessarily completely season it. So yeah, let me get that done. And I have got my cornbread here mixed and ready to go into the oven. I'm just waiting on my pan to get heated. I've got some raw onion I'm going to slice. That I like raw onion with my beans. Maybe it's a southern thing, maybe it's just an Audra thing. I don't know. So let me get some of this meat shredded up. I wonder if I can pull that out in one piece. My cornbread mixed and baked, and we'll be back. Alright, cornbread's out of the oven and ready to go. I'll leave a link for it. Here is my bean. You can see I just took, there is nothing left of this except for the connective tendons in there. I mean, there is no meat left. Everything fell completely off the bones. Nothing. So, I'm going to just slice this and serve it with it. Here is the beans and all the ham. I left big chunks, little pieces. I just kind of pulled it with my hands and threw it in. So I'm gonna wrap this up and get something to eat before we lose power. The storm outside is pretty bad. Cornbread needs to be cut, and we're ready to eat. Hope you enjoy.